Hello, welcome to my channel, Sandra's Homespun Life. In today's video, I will be showing you how I make meatloaf. So stick around and we'll get started. To make a meatloaf, it doesn't take very many ingredients. And here are the ingredients that I'll be using for my meatloaf today. I'll be using 2 pounds of ground chuck. If you want to use regular ground beef, that will work just fine. You will just have a little bit of more fat that will have to be drained off your meatloaf than if you use a leaner ground beef. I'll also be using some salt and pepper for seasoning, 1 sleeve of saltine crackers. I have a large diced onion, and here I have 1 egg, and I've just took a fork and broke the yolk up a little bit. And I'll be using 1/2 cup of ketchup, and also I'll be using additional ketchup to coat the top of the meatloaf before it goes in the oven. So let's start getting this mixed together. Before we get started, you'll need to preheat your oven to 375 degrees for this recipe. Now I have a 13x9 glass casserole dish that I'll be using for mine, and I'm just going to take some of that nonstick spray and spray a nice little coat in that glass dish. And I'm just going to set that aside. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is to empty my packages of ground chuck into my bowl. Now I'm just going to take a fork and break up this ground chuck to make it easier to get the other ingredients combined. Now I also want to add that if you wanted to put this in your stand mixer and mix the meatloaf, you can do that. Just be careful and don't over mix it, because it will cause your meatloaf to come out very tough. But this is fairly simple to throw together, and I'm just going to do it in this big bowl for today. But I have made it in the stand mixer, so you can choose which way you want to do yours. Alright, for the next step, I'm just going to season the ground chuck with some salt and pepper. And next I'm going to add the beaten egg, and it doesn't matter what size egg. I think mine was extra large, but if all you have on hand is large, that'll work, or the jumbo, as long as it's 1 egg. And next I'm going to add my 1/2 cup of ketchup. And with a big spoon, I'm just going to get all that mixed together. Okay, for our next step, I'm going to add the diced onion. Now, if you don't want to use as much onion, you don't have to. Just adjust it to suit your taste and how you like yours. That's the thing about these recipes. You can work with them and fix them to suit your needs and way you like yours. And then I'm going to take 1 sleeve of the saltine crackers, and I'm just going to take and start crushing these. And now you don't want your saltines crushed to a point where they're like real fine, almost like a dust. You don't want it that fine. You still want it a little bit chunky, but no real large pieces. So I'm just going to crush these up real quick. Okay, I've got my crackers crushed up, and this is about how mine looks. If you can see through the package, you'll be able to see better once I empty them into my mixture. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And see, you don't want any real big pieces like that, but if 1 or 2 slips by, it's no problem. Okay, and now I'm just going to take my spoon and mix all this up together. Okay, I have my mixture well combined, so my next step is just scooping this over into my glass casserole dish. Okay, from here I'm just going to start pressing this mixture down and forming it into like a rectangle loaf shape. Okay, and that's how it should look. So what I'm going to do right now is wash my hands, and when I come back I'll put a layer of ketchup on top. Okay, now that I have my ketchup layered on top, I'm going to place this in my oven. I have it preheated at 375 degrees, and I'm going to bake this for approximately 45 minutes. And when I bring it out of the oven, I'll take a meat thermometer and I'll check it and make sure that it's completely done.